Good Reverend Dr. Paxton JAPrice, founder of Paxton's Foundation and Church of Redemption. He is an entrepreneur, a TV and radio host, better known as The Rev. This show is designed just for you, the listener, to educate, entertain, and equip you. Now sit back, buckle up, and now let's roll with The Rev.
America, you know what time it is, your main man, the Red Favorite Sports. You know what we do every week? We bring the latest in sports and apply the word of God. Let's get into it, America, shall we? Let's go to Psalms 100, verse 5. Psalms 100, verse 5 says, "For the Lord is good, and his mercy is everlasting, and his truth endures to all generations." Do you know, America, that we serve a good God? We serve a God that is so good to us, that gave us life, that gave us the ability to succeed, the ability to be made in his image and his likeness. Our God is a good God. He's a very good Father, and his truth endures to all generations. That means that it doesn't matter if you were born in the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, 2024. His truth endures to all generations. He's a good God, a good Father, a good Daddy. And it's time for us to give thanks to him. It's time for us to tell him just how good of a Father he is. And Ryan, speaking of good fathers, LeBron James is a very good father. Because he got his son a job where his son should not be. The Lakers draft Bronny. Now it's going to be father and son playing together.
I want everybody to think about this. LeBron has been in the NBA longer than his entire life on this earth. He's been in the league longer than that.
He's been in the league longer than the son been alive.
Yes. So in order for you to create a pathway for yourself when you didn't have a father, build a legacy for you and your family, and then lay down the foundation that your son can accomplish his dream as well.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
That's powerful. That's being a good father. That's laying down the foundation and building upon that foundation. And now think about it. They get to go down as the father and son in the NBA, and people next year, people going to be talking about them. Father and son playing the NBA, and who's going to get the tickets? And I wish they came to Sixers, and I could sell my tickets for more money. But still, it's all good. LA is a good place.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. But this is all LeBron coming into the league and having so much pressure on him.
Yes.
And being squeaky clean all the way through.
Yes. No problems whatsoever.
No problems whatsoever. Never been in trouble with the law. Never had no scandals or anything, or no outside kids or anything like that. And to be able to and be, arguably the best player of his era.
Yes, yeah.
You know what I mean? So to do all of these things and now to be able to watch your child, because there's no man that could sit here and say they wouldn't want to do the same thing for their son.
I know that's right. You got a chance to play with your son?
Yeah.
Man, please.
Man.
NBA game?
Yeah.
Man, that's a beautiful thing.
Do you know how much energy he's going to have this season,
Oh,
LeBron?
yeah. Oh, yeah.
LeBron,
Oh, yeah.
You're probably going to see one of the best seasons of LeBron.
And imagine this. Every practice, your son coming at you. Yeah, Dad. Check up, Dad. Yeah, we one-on-one, Dad.
Yeah.
You got to stay in shape just to beat him.
Yeah, and your teammates are going to talk trash to you, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be fun.
Bronny, you can take him, Bronny.
Yeah.
Hey, you can take him, Bronny.
Yeah.
Shoot that jump shot on him.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, it's going to be fun.
It's going to be, and his mom got to be proud, man.
Man.
Savannah got to be.
She gets to come to the game and watch her husband and her son. Now, her son ain't going to get off the bench, but that's okay.
I was about to say, she can have conversations with him.
Yeah, you can talk to him.
She can have conversations because he's going to be right there.
That bench. He ain't
right there with you.
Yeah, he's going to
be right there.
they're going to blow somebody out and put him in the game.
Yeah, at the end of the game, he'll be in there.
Yeah.
But it's, for me, I feel like what this is doing when LeBron leaves, he's setting himself up to be part of the part of the front office for the Lakers too.
You think so? Part of ownership? Yep. Maybe a 10%, 15%, something like that?
I mean, he's already doing it.
Lord.
He's already doing this stuff. Who got J.J. Redick as the head coach?
He got J.J. Redick as the head coach. J.J. Redick ain't never coached a day in his life. J.J. Redick coached as many games I coached.
J.J. Redick went from being a fourth grade head coach for basketball to an NBA head coach.
Straight there. Straight.
You skipped a lot.
Don't pass go.
And Sam Cassell has been an assistant for a long time.
Mark Jackson should have got a job somewhere.
Come on.
Mark Jackson can't get no job somewhere.
There's a whole bunch of them.
Mark Jackson can't get a job somewhere, and you're going to sign J.J. Redick. But then again, J.J. Redick is friends with LeBron James.
And we're going to see what happens. We're going to see what happens because, Bronny's going to have eyes on him just like J.J. Redick is.
Yeah.
So we're going to see what they do. They came in together. Let's see if they can build something.
Well, LeBron, he opted out of his contract. So he can take a little bit less money so they get some more players in there.
Yep. You don't need that much money, son. You making it.
I mean, yeah.
Now this money, me and my wife now.
Hey, son. Mm-hmm. You know all that stuff I got you. They had that first check. They had needed to see something.
Yeah.
I need to see something in the garage, son.
Yeah, get your dad something. Yeah.
Something. All these years I've been taking care of you.
Man.
I need to see a little something.
He had his son 2003 or 4.
That when he had Bronny?
Yeah.
He been in the NBA longer than Bronny been alive.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Lord, that's something.
Yeah, man.
That's taking care of your body. That's taking care of your body.
You imagine if years ago these teams had this kind of training staff?
I know. Can you imagine Michael Jordan not smoking cigars and drinking and gambling all night long, playing golf after every game? He just kept playing for another 10 years.
That's crazy.
That is crazy.
You think about that.
That's crazy.
That's wild.
Uh-huh. Mike at the game, Mike smoking big old cigars.
You think he would have that's not even a question. I was gonna say you think he would eclipse that 40,000? Yeah, that's no.
Oh yeah, that's not even a question.
Yeah, that's no question.
They tell stories about Mike out all night and then getting ready for the game, play the game, and then go back out
with no sleep.
No sleep. Can you imagine?
And still score 50.
Still drop 50 on you.
That's crazy.
Can you imagine if he took care of his body?
Where do you think that mentality has gone? Because now you look at these, the draft just passed. You look at some of these players and you look at the teams now. The mentality seems totally different.
Yeah.
From what we're used to.
Yeah. And it's I see where it helps with the fans. Because if you don't play defense and you score a whole bunch, fans like to see you scoring and dunking and shooting 3-point shots. Mm-hmm. But it affects the game in a negative way because nobody playing any defense.
No. And you don't want the regular season to start getting like an all-star game.
Listen, all-star game is horrible.
If that happens, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
The all-star game is just sad.
Yes, it's pitiful.
Yeah, it's just sad. But like I said, I can see where the advantage for the NBA is because it's always action, always moving, fast pace. People like to see that jump shots all over the place and people running down for dunks and they like to see that stuff.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, like I said, it affects the game in a negative way. Nobody plays defense.
No.
Team scoring 157 points in a game.
Yeah, and I'm anxious to see the mentality of Bronny. You coming into the league, you obviously want to make your own mark. Your dad is one of the greatest to ever do it. So the pressure is, he can say ain't no pressure and all of this kind of stuff. LeBron says no pressure on my son. He's out here to play. It's pressure because all eyes are on you.
Well, I'm Bronny. I'm laughing all the way to the bank.
You ain't lying.
I'm gonna parlay this into a 10-year career. I'm gonna be playing hard and be on the bench. You ain't never got to take me off the bench. I'll be like Giannis' brother. Giannis' brother don't get off the bench.
Giannis' brother's horrible.
He That cat don't even get off the bench. He look like Giannis, but he don't play like it.
No, he don't. No, and that's why it's. You don't want the league to get to that.
Yeah, you don't want.
You know what I mean? Yeah. To where it's just people are in the league because of who you know.
Yeah, you don't want that to happen.
Where the talent at?
Yeah, you don't want that to happen. But
because until he changes it, Bronny only until you change that narrative, man, you only average 5 points in college.
He averaged 5 points in college. Let's just take a look at that. 5 points. That means if I play the game, I hit one jump shot by luck, get one fast break layup, and somebody fouled me, and I made 1 out of 2 foul shots.
That's average.
That's what he averaged.
And also too, some of the other players who went undrafted, who we talked about off camera, who I think have who deserve to go higher than Bronny.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? I think that ain't fair.
I mean, life ain't fair, but he has an opportunity now. And what does he do with his opportunity? Either you gonna step up or you gonna step out.
Yeah.
There's only one or two things to do.
Yeah. And speaking of that, Rev, speaking of the draft, 76ers.
The Philadelphia 76ers.
Number 16. McCain.
I thought it made a good pick.
Yeah.
I think he's a good offensive player.
I felt like you needed size. I felt like I mean, obviously, with the coaching of Nick Nurse, we'll see how that goes. But I felt like you needed size, man. You've been getting bullied a lot on the boards when you get to the playoffs. Embiid can't do it all.
Yeah, but you need another guard. Yeah. And he gives you offense. I think he could develop into a good player.
Especially behind Maxey.
Yeah, but especially behind him coming off the bench for Maxey is a really good move.
That is.
Because now, you still got some scoring points from your point guard area. So, yeah, I thought it was a good move. I like him. That fingernail nonsense, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know about that.
We gotta address.
Somebody need to talk to him.
Yeah, we gotta address some things. A lot of these NIL deals.
When I go to the games from now on, I'm gonna bring a fingernail polish, just throw it on the court.
Yeah, and then they
just throw it on the court.
If they kick you out, say he got to go too.
Yeah,
because he got it on the court.
Fingernail polish, just throw it on the court.
It's a different again, it's a different era, man.
Yeah, it's different.
Who would have thought?
These young people are different. I ain't gonna front. They're different. Fingernail polish. For what?
It's a different breed, man.
How about this? He got TikTok. He got TikTok followers. Yeah, well, if I do something ridiculous, a bunch of people gonna follow me too. But he can play basketball.
Yeah.
So hopefully he just gonna play and don't worry about none of that TikTok nonsense.
That's another thing you got to deal with too. A lot of these young guys, they're coming up in that social media era.
Yeah.
Where it's that attention.
Yeah.
They got to be. Lord have mercy.
They got to be talking all the time. Micah. The people talk about Micah. His little podcast. He's talking too much. And, I ain't got a problem with Micah talking because football is a little bit different.
It is.
You know what I mean?
And he backs it up on the field.
I mean, he performs.
Yeah.
How much better could he perform in the first place? You know how people were like, well, if he had a podcast, he could play better. Well, how much better could he play?
I mean, yeah, he's been, if not the best, he's been like top 2, 3 the whole time.
Top 3 the whole time.
At his position. So.
Yeah, so how much better could he be?
Yeah, I don't know what you want him to do.
Yeah, so if he wants to have a little podcast, okay.
And who doesn't have that nowadays?
Yeah, who doesn't have that nowadays?
You know what I mean?
They all talk now.
Yeah, it's social media again has given you that outlet to do that.
Yeah.
So, the players are going to do that because on one side, you don't want the media just to continue to give the narrative of what is going on.
Y'all, that's the best thing about it.
Yeah, y'all can give your own say of what's going on.
Nobody can write a story for you. Yep. You know what I mean? Now you can say, this is what happened. Yep. This is what I was thinking. This is why I did it. The reason why I shot the jump shot and when it was 5 seconds left and I could wait it to 1 second left because the defense was coming with the double team.
Yeah.
So I got you know what I mean? Now you can say.
And it's uncensored exactly how you want it to be.
Yep.
Yeah. Instead of you having to hear about a story. You think J.J. Redick and LeBron still gonna have their podcast?
I mean, I would, but I'm trying to figure out when they gonna have time to do it.
That's what you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I don't know, man. It's
see NBA is not as long as baseball, but it's a lot longer than football. You know what I mean?
I know. Yeah,
it's a whole lot longer. There's a whole lot more games.
There's never nothing gonna ever be long as baseball.
Baseball, good gracious.
Yeah, that's whew.
Baseball. I don't know how they have family life.
Yeah, man. I mean, you got 2-a-days,
and you traveling all the time. I mean, in football, you traveling once a week.
Yeah.
In baseball, you might be traveling 3 times a week. Easy. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
So baseball just different. I see why baseball players get paid.
And there's no all that's guaranteed.
Oh yeah, I see why they get paid. 160 some games. Yeah, I see why they get paid. For real.
Yeah, that's I mean that's baseball. That's an American. That's one of the first sports, man. Everybody can remember.
Yeah. Baseball apple pie. Baseball apple pie.
It sounds good, don't it?
Don't it sound good?
Baseball and sports and apple pie.
Sports and apple pie. American.
Speaking of baseball, ref.
No, we ain't gonna talk about the Phillies, are we? We ain't gonna talk about the Phillies, are we?
Got to talk about the Phillies. Man.
Oh, now we got to talk about the Phillies.
Got to talk about the Phillies.
What the world?
Last time I was on here.
What the world?
I was wondering what was going on because it kind of slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
My goodness.
They done picked back up.
They done picked back up.
Phillies up by 7 games on my brain.
Yeah, up by 8 now.
It's up 8 now.
Yeah, they're up by 8.
See, that's that nonsense I'm talking about right there.
Again, you got about 70 more games left.
Yeah, we're not even through the All-Star break
yet.
yet.
Man.
Even though it was a great start, though. All-Star break, great start.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you still got a whole half.
Change after the All-Star break.
Oh, yeah, a whole lot. Trade deadline.
Trades, yeah.
They're going to make the trade. But the Phillies are on fire. They've been the best team the first half of the season, no doubt. Let's see if they keep it up. They got a couple injuries now, though.
I was getting ready to say that's the only thing you gotta.
Yeah.
And that's going to happen throughout the season.
Yeah.
It's
a long season.
Can those guys
come back and be effective?
Yeah. That's the thing because you don't never know how long they're gonna be out.
Yeah. Really.
And the Braves sitting there waiting.
Yeah,
they ain't gonna catch up
We
though.
in the alley. We in the alley waiting for you to walk past.
Rev, in our division, man, the
Marlins.
30 and 54.
The Marlins are a team that always have talent, but then they trade away their talent because they're in a small market.
Yeah.
And I just don't understand.
That's the most unfortunate part about it, man, because the Marlins are good. They're always good.
They always got talent.
Yeah, and they're always seem like they're in the mix a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's that small market. That's the unfortunate thing about, a lot of sports. A lot of those teams, those small market teams can't, unless you're just outstanding, it's going to be hard to get those nationally syndicated games.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? To bring a lot of that other viewership.
Bring the people in. You got to bring them people into that stand.
Yeah.
Like when I go to the Baltimore game, sold out. Phillies game, sold out. Atlanta Braves game, sold out. They making that money.
Yep. Even the Mets.
The Mets. Well, they in New York, so yeah. Be hard not to sell out in New York.
They the third.
Yeah.
The third New York team.
Right.
They in New York.
How many people in New York?
A lot.
A whole lot of people.
Yeah, man. They say in New York, if you can make it there, you can make it anywhere.
You make it in New York, you make it anywhere. Because if you can drive in New York, you can survive almost anywhere.
That's a heck of a city, man. To drive in.
Boy, you ever drive in New York City?
You ever cross the street?
Oh, man.
Yeah, 150 of y'all going across the street.
If you ain't got Jesus before, you get Jesus before you cross that street.
Yeah, because if they going to blow the horn at you.
Yeah, man, all you saying is Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.
Yeah, it's a different city.
Help me, Lord.
That's a different city. They tough, though.
Yeah, they tough.
Yeah, they tough.
They tough. They little wild and strange, but they tough.
Everywhere you go, you're going to have.
I got on Subway one time. I was like,
ooh, man.
These are some strange people here.
A lot of people from New York don't even like getting on the subway.
I bet.
They're like, they say the subway is different than what it used to be.
When I got on the subway, I'm thinking to myself, these people are different. There's some strange people around here.
I mean, you go underground and you know.
Yeah.
You gonna see some stuff.
You gonna see some stuff.
Yeah, you're gonna see some stuff.
And I saw some stuff.
Yeah. That's how it is.
Yeah.
But Rev, we went to the baseball. I want to get back to basketball because we were talking about the Sixers.
Okay.
We were talking about the draft. We were talking about building.
Yeah.
Paul George.
If Paul George comes to the Sixers,
what you think?
They got a chance to win the East.
Over Boston?
They got a chance to win. They right there with them.
I think you need a little bit more. I think you need a couple more pieces. I think you need to put Maxey at the 2 and get yourself a pure point guard.
But Paul George and Maxey could switch off.
That's true.
They both can handle the ball.
True.
And they both can play too. Mm-hmm. So if they get Paul George, their big three is just as good as anybody's big three.
I think he changes the dynamic in Philly because he can score.
Yes.
He's an immediate upgrade out of Tobias.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, he's an immediate on both ends of the court.
Both ends,
offensively and defensively.
No doubt.
And I wonder, bringing in his game, what that's going to do for Embiid's game. Because on the flip side of that, Rev, you got 2 players who are always injured. That's the one concern.
That's a big concern.
Embiid and George, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
So, a lot during the season. Are you going to be resting these cats a lot?
That's why I think the Sixers brought in bigger players, especially with the undrafted rookies. Because I think if you could cut Embiid's time in half during the regular season, now you saving him for a playoff push. You know what I mean? George, you could give him some rest here and there. And you got some young players, and you could put when the playoff when you need that push, you put them in and push with those guys.
Yeah, and it's when playoffs come, ain't no resting.
There ain't no resting then.
Yeah, because first of all, without those players, you hung in tough with New York.
Oh yeah.
You hung in tough with New York.
Yeah.
So, and Boston is they're NBA champions now.
Oh yeah, they NBA champions. Boston
Celtics. I don't like to hate.
Show them love.
I don't like to say
I brought me some green and white sneakers just the other day.
Now,
salute Boston.
Don't get me wrong. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. I love them.
Yeah. My boy white.
I just don't like that jersey.
Yeah, I can't.
You think Horford gonna retire? I think he will.
I mean,
might as well.
He's done.
And
but he made a long career though. That's a long career.
Yeah. I heard some. I heard little rumblings that in Dallas with Kyrie and Luka that they got who was it? I can't think. See now I lost my train of thought. I'm trying to think of who they had.
Could they trade Tim Hardaway?
Who they got coming over there? Or who could possibly be going over?
Oh, who possibly?
Yeah, who could possibly?
Free agently wise.
Yeah, I can't think of it now.
Well,
God darn it.
If I'm Dallas, I'm looking at Jimmy Butler.
Whoa.
That's the type of leadership you need. That's the type of person that will push Luka to be his best self. You know what I mean? Luka be in shape. Luka.
Goodness.
You know what I mean? Don't do all that talking to the referees. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because he don't want to be back in Miami.
Him and Miami seem to be headed for separation.
You're gonna have a lot of free agents, man. You got Klay Thompson.
Where Klay gonna go?
That's another thing. I think we all know Klay Thompson wants to stay.
Yeah,
he wants to stay and finish his career, go to State War.
Yeah,
but it's just not gonna happen.
Nah, but I'm tell you honest truth. Well, I seen people get paid his free agency $23 million. If they get $23 million, Klay get $23 million.
I wonder how much money Tobias is gonna get.
Tobias gonna get about $23 million.
That's crazy.
Tobias gonna get $23 million.
I think if you Klay, I think Klay's at the place in his career where he gonna be coming off the bench.
Yeah,
but he'll be a solid bench player.
Oh yeah. And he'll give you points. He'll give you toughness. He'll help a team. He'll help a team a lot. As a matter of fact, if I'm the Lakers, I'm calling Klay.
Ooh.
Come on over.
Yeah.
He gonna give you points. He gonna give you leadership. He gonna give you defense and toughness.
And he got that championship mindset.
Yeah.
And he could teach Bronny.
Yeah, but if you want Bronny to learn from somebody,
yep.
Klay.
Because Klay was always never afraid on defense either.
No. Not at all.
Yeah.
Not at all. Not at all. He gives you that toughness, that dog in him. So yeah, I would like to see Clay goes, and Clay in Minnesota. Good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, they need.
They're young, and he'll bring that leadership to them.
They need something. Yeah, they need something outside of Anthony Edwards.
Yeah, they need some leadership.
Yeah.
They got a whole bunch of young guys. But yeah, it's this free agency. We're gonna see where people go. We're gonna see what type of contract. I can't wait to see what type of contract Clay gets, Paul George gets, hopefully from the Sixers, and we'll see what they do. But America, you know what? I got an event coming up in October. Dr. Lonnie Rector, Reverend Dr. Lonnie Rector, my man, one of my mentors. He has an event. Take a look at your screen and save that date. You want to be there to see this.